Hi everyone, this is DinoSasha here, and welcome back to another review. And today we're going to take a look at the figure. It is the Safari Ltd 2017 Gibbon. Now, Gibbons are the family of apes called Hylobatidae, and this is a family historically contains of one genus, but now is split to a more extant genera and 20 species. Gibbons are the amongst species of all the primates belong in a more distinct of primates. Now, distinctively, this gibbon is actually the Lar gibbon, what I use for. Now, gibbons have diverged of many species, including the white-cheeked gibbon, Western hooklock gibbon, Lar gibbon, and of course the siamang, the most popular of them all. Now, gibbons have been diverse from a more distinctive families of apes. This would include siamangs, unlike compared to other apes. And speaking of which, they belong in the member of the apes, like chimps, gorillas, orangutans, and of course, us. Now, unlike the great apes, lesser apes were actually called that. They were much smaller compared to more distinctive relatives. Like humans, they're monogamous, which means they mate for life. And they're considerably omnivores, mainly eat plants and meat. Now they leap up to 8 meters, 26 feet, and walk upright like a human. Now, let's talk about the gibbon's design. Now, the gibbon's very design is actually based on a female gibbon. Sculpting in it is actually a female gibbon, I think it might be. Which, how am I surprised to see this ape to come back to life? I mean, like all apes, they don't have tails like the great apes. But lesser apes are just completely different. Which gibbons are usually among all primates. So, it's my just opinion. Lar gibbon or other named species might have diverged to more ecological despair. Now, I think seeing those apes, but it might just work for a while. Now, let's talk about the more usual ones, like the pose. It is a sitting pose. Not gonna lie, it's not a bad pose, but it's just okay. And I'm thinking the pose is a bit okay with that for the gibbon, and I'm pretty sure that it might be considered the species was. And I like detail as well. I'm thinking its base is really nice. I like the sitting pose, and I think it's okay for a carpet to do it for a thing. But yeah, it's a good thing to have that carpet to use as its example. But I'm pretty sure it's just a basic sitting. Now, let's talk about the more basic ones, the color scheme. Now, the color scheme is a bit beige, and which means this is a female. I'm gonna say for that. And of course, don't to mention, it also has some of the more distinct appearances. It's how it's a female Lar gibbon, which means it has white hand, which makes it a female of its equivalent. And basically, Lar gibbons are just usually cute animals prepared to survive on its own, which basically, it's just the main thing about the monkeys. And that is just my opinion though. And I like how the head is actually based on all primates. And basically, it's just my opinion. And most of it, I just believe this is gonna be a great one. Now, the accuracy, actually, this is basically a real animal. Not gonna lie, it's a pretty good addition on this ape. If you manage to do something a bit important, let me know. And first off, we're gonna bring up a lure. So let's give this primate a measure. Terms from the arm span from it, which from that it's around as almost 5 inches, and which is only at about, as we can see, we're looking at around 12 centimeters, and a height on top of the head, we're looking at about as 2.5 inches, and which is only at about 5.5 centimeters. Now, for comparison, let's bring up great apes. Here's some of my great apes, and yes, gibbons are the lesser apes, but they do not compare to our more great apes. Here's with the Safari Ltd 2010 chimpanzee with a baby. Now this mama chimp is actually seeing a gibbon for a wild time, and I must say, this damn monkey deserved that thing. And basically, chimpanzees are intelligent enough to know about it. And the next one is gonna be like the Collecte 2019 Mountain Gorilla. Now, gorillas are the largest primates on Earth, but they do not compare to an eastern lowland gorilla, the largest ape on Earth. Now, gorillas are basically strong animals with fists, and basically, it's a bit of a tough guy anyway. And the last comparison, here's with the more smarter ones. The Papo 2010 Orangutan. Like the gibbon, orangutan also sits. Now, everyone's all sitting like a bunch of cowards or something. I mean, the orangutan is a bit of a smarty over here, while the gibbon is just call out for its mate. I mean, basically, all animals do the same thing, but I might promise, this is gonna be great. And for the rating on the gibbon, I'm just gonna give this pure gibbon a slight of I'm just gonna say 8.5 out of 10. I mean, everything's okay, except some sitting poses. I mean, just get up, stand up or something, or I don't know, maybe we will stand up for a while and turns out might be great. But it will appear anyway, so it's just making sure that opinion might will. And so, I think that figure is a bit good. And I think it's a bit of most of its animals, like all gibbons, they're actually the apes of the world. And I have to support apes for being endangered. And so we have to protect these magnificent apes from extinction. And yes, this is the support where animals need to survive. If you know about this figure, let me know in the comments. Well, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and click the bell for notifications so you'll never miss the video. And leave a comments below. And I hope you see you for another review about the Schleich 2015 Dragon Fighter. Goodbye everyone, and see you all next time.